Hey everyone, this is Chris Crazy House, and I'd like to welcome you all to another Chris Crazy commentary. In this episode, I want to talk a little bit about the brand new animated version of Good Times that has just shown a trailer very recently that has got the entire black sector of the internet in an uproar. Let me just say this, okay? Now, when I was younger, I used to watch the original Good Times, and I pretty much enjoyed the show. Like I thought it was very funny. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed seeing this black family, and I was in love with Thelma, just like a lot of young black males were. I didn't really understand at that time that they were supposed to be poor. Like I was just watching it as a show with a black family in it. I didn't understand the overarching implications of it until I got a little bit older. And I'll be honest, I stopped watching the show when they killed off James Evans. I didn't want to see that. I didn't like the fact that they killed the black father on that show, and I was just as sad and distraught as Florida Evans was in that infamous episode where she screams "damn, damn, damn" after her husband died, right? So like I didn't want to watch it anymore after that. Now, when it comes to this brand new animated version, I watched the trailer. Like I heard some people talking about it before I saw the trailer, and then I finally sat and watched it. And it was a regrettable experience. I'm sad that I spent time actually watching that trailer. It felt like to me like they tried to pile every negative stereotype about black people into one trailer. Even if somehow the show was not all that negative, they took all the negative parts and piled them into that trailer. Like that trailer was extremely ignorant when I saw it, and I'm almost surprised. Well, I shouldn't be, but I'm almost surprised that they spend that much money and effort to make an animated show like that in this day and age. That it would come off so harshly like a minstrel show. Like there's no redeeming. It didn't seem like there was any redeeming qualities about the show. It's not like the Boondocks where there was some level of consciousness within the show and they were trying to show different facets of the black community. Likewise, it wasn't even like Black Dynamite where it was kind of like a parody of 70s exploitation and, even giving some messages about the entertainment industry from the 70s and early 80s. It had none of that. It just seemed like a lot of ignorance in one piled into one show. And like I said, to be honest, I don't believe I'll be watching it at all. And I'm going to be 100% honest with my folks here. I'm not one of these people who's bent out of shape about it either. Like I'm not upset about it. I'm not emotional about it. I truly, honestly don't care about this show. The only reason I'm doing this video is maybe to even share some of my feelings about it, so that way maybe some other people will follow in my footsteps and we can move forward in a more progressive way. And what I mean by that is I am more concerned with and more obsessed with not only my own creations, but the creations of so many extremely talented and amazing people who make content for black people. Like there's so many extremely talented black artists out there who are making amazing content. And even with myself, like my own projects, the things that I'm working on for the future right now, I'm so into that a lot of this other stuff doesn't even enter into my equation, nor does it enter into my mental space. I don't care about the new Good Times because I'm having such a good time making my own projects and creating my own content and reading, watching, and enjoying content by other creators out there. You understand? Like there's so much great stuff out there by other people that I have been just thoroughly enjoying I'm not even paying attention to the trash that's out there. And I'm so enthusiastic and happy about some of the things I've been working on. Like since November, I'll let you guys know I've actually been working on a new website. And you guys can go see it now if you go to chriscrazyhouse.net. That's going to be the official name of it, but you can also just type in chriscrazyhouse.com and it'll take you right to chriscrazyhouse.net because I own the name chriscrazyhouse.com. So if you want to go see the new website, you know, obviously there's still some kinks and some design things that I want to work out, but I've worked on it since November, not just the website that's going to be shown online, but like the mobile version of the website as well, and especially the store, because I want to be able to sell my own products on my own website without having to go through any middlemen anymore. So that's what I've been working on the last couple of months since, like I said, November of last year. And I have been so pleased with that and so happy with how things are turning out with that, and excited about some of the things that I can put on there now, and some of the just the features that I have on this site and the things that I'll be able to add to it. I'm even thinking about shutting down my Patreon and adding subscription things to my own website rather than going through Patreon anymore, because it's just, even that's too much. Like just, you know, telling people to go here, there, and everywhere. I just want to have one hub and one spot, a reliable spot where people can always come to and enjoy my content. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing YouTube. Don't worry about that. But I'm just saying that, you know, I still want to have that website and that my own presence online to where people can enjoy my artwork and my animation. But that's the thing. It's like I'm so into that and so happy that I'm going to be able to move forward with that things like this Good Times trailer has not even really entered into my mindset. It doesn't bother me. I don't care about it. It's nonsense anyway. It's nothing but a modern day minstrel show. And, you know, like I said, things like that are just so stupid and so ridiculous. I'd rather focus on what I'm doing or what other people are creating out there. You know, like, to give a shout out to Shawn James. Like, I appreciate the content that he puts out there with his books, with his, you know, Esteem series or the John Haynes series, like that, stuff like that. I'd rather look at that and enjoy that than get too bent out of shape about Good Times. Likewise, I'm enjoying this new animated series created by All Nights with the homie Wayne Riley. He created a series called Here's What I'm Saying, you know, kind of joking about like some of these relationship podcasts and stuff like that, but he's made like a whole little animated series on his YouTube channel about that. And I'm looking forward to things like that. I thoroughly enjoyed the comic book series by Dream Fury Comics called Kisha, Demon Eater. I'm looking forward to whenever they come out with a second volume of that, because that was an amazing graphic novel, and I've enjoyed so much of their work with like the Crescent City Monsters series. I have it on digital and the hard copies, and I just find their work to be amazing. Let's see, I'm looking forward to the sequel and the next issue of manga of Monarchs by Joshua Bullock. I'm looking forward to that. I need to get more issues of Black Sands from Manuel Godoy. Some of the books that he's been putting out are absolutely amazing. I've enjoyed what he's done, not just with his books, but with his company and his app and everything, and also introducing new artists and new content out there for people to consume. I appreciate his books. No matter what you want to say about him personally, I enjoy what he has done with his time and his creative spirit. Let's see, what else? Beware of Toddler, another great comic book series by George Gans. I've been really enjoying that. So he does that on a regular basis and it comes out online. But I also have the collected version of Beware of Toddler called Toddlerhood. And I'm looking forward to when he does another collected version, because that makes me laugh as someone who has raised a toddler as a father, I know exactly what he's going through in that comic, and it's funny to see all these things that I've gone through personally pop up in this comic book series, because it's hilarious. And if you've ever raised a toddler, you'll enjoy it as well. Even if not, you'll just enjoy the artwork and how cute the comic series is. Let's see, what else am I looking forward to, and what else am I enjoying? I just started collecting this comic book series from Image Comics called Petrol Heads, and it's a futuristic, dystopian type future comic book series where they have these machines that do all like the race car driving and whatnot, and we get to follow a father and his daughter and their adventures with one of these petrol head robots. I'm enjoying this series. Once again, great artwork. It's put out by Image Comics. It just started like in November of 2023. So this is another good comic series. That stuff like this I'm looking forward to and enjoying. Keith Cross just came out with a brand new Day Black comic book. I've always enjoyed his work. I've enjoyed his art style. I think it's amazing, and I like the way that he does his books. It's almost kind of like the pages are like an art piece or a painting unto themselves. So I've enjoyed that as well. And also, speaking of great artists, shout out to Kimberly Moseberry for all of her black fantasy artwork that she's put out there. She's been very much an inspiration for me as far as creating fantasy artwork that features black people or that really leans into African mythology and African lore. So shout out to her. So these are the things that I've been enjoying, and these are the things that I'm obsessed with, and these are the things that hold all of my attention. I don't give a damn about the minstrel version of Good Times that they're putting out in animated form. There's so many extremely amazing things out there right now that we could focus on that. And I always think it's a shame when I see, a lot of black people on social media when they over focus on the negative. Like, I understand you might be upset by it and it's something that bothers you, but when there are so many great creatives out there creating amazing content, I think it serves us better if we hyper focus on that and not hyper focus on what mainstream media is putting out and what type of trash that they put out for black consumption. You see what I'm saying? Like a good example of this is what I was thinking when Akira Toriyama passed away. I saw a lot of black people out there complaining, saying that, well, you shouldn't celebrate him because he made these very stereotypical black characters in his content. Okay, fine. You would think, though, with all the people complaining about that, no black creative would ever have trouble making money. You see what I'm saying? Like, all the black creatives out there should be making hand over fist if you truly are not obsessed with what Akira Toriyama did, because from all the complaints that black people made, black people still watch Dragon Ball Z. You see, they watch Dragon Ball Z, they watch Dragon Ball Super and everything else. So obviously you're not that upset about it because you all watched it, right? So my thing is, rather than if you are truly upset or you truly have a beef with what he created as far as black characters, just understand that there are black people out here creating black characters that you can go out there and support that and give your money to that and give your attention to that, rather than wasting time getting upset with what Akira Toriyama made in his content. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to find more progressive ways to deal with things and more sane ways to deal with that type of content. So if someone's making something derogatory or something that offends you, don't support them. Go support the people out here who are creating great content that you can really enjoy and not feel ashamed of, or feel that you have to speak out against it after the fact. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say about the Good Times animated series, or the trailer anyway. I haven't seen the series yet. I've only seen the trailer. But once again, I'm not too bent out of shape about it. it is what it is. I expect that type of derogatory content coming from the mainstream media, especially if some of these, even if you have black people in Hollywood working on it, a lot of these black people in Hollywood are not trustworthy either. A lot of them just want a paycheck, so they'll do whatever degrading thing that they can just to get a buck and just to stay in the good graces of their paymaster. So I'm not too wrapped up in that either. I rather focus on the great content put out there by people who are truly wanting to showcase black people in a positive light, or not even just a positive light, but just in a make great content with black people in it. I'll say it that way. Because a lot of times it's not just about creating a positive image of black people. It's just about wanting to put out compelling and amazing content from your perspective and put your type of characters in there. It's not so much about just trying to make content that speaks to the positivity of black people. Everyone doesn't have to make the Cosby Show. You can make great shows like The Wire and stuff that still speak to black people and understand that you're making a great form of content that everyone can enjoy and understand and produce something great. So hopefully you guys get it, and hopefully you understand what I'm saying in this video. Let me know what you think about the new Good Times trailer in the comments section if you'd like to, and let me know what you think of any of these new projects by some of these other artists that I mentioned. I'll try to leave some of the links so you guys can go follow them and check out their work. And if you like any of these works or any of these types of projects, let me know in the comments section. I'd like to hear your opinions on that too. Anyway, this is Chris Crazy House signing out. Peace.